Welcome, comrade, to episode 138 of the Triple Po, the Postmodern Polymath Podcast. With me once again is Zach. How you doing, Zach?
Hi, I'm here and I have beer.
Oh, beer. Yeah, we got
Make sure
Dirty
the
Bastard.
camera. I can never figure out which way.
Dirty Bastard and
Backwoods Bastard.
So lots of bastards going on there.
Mm-hmm.
And over here, too.
Speaking of bastards,
we got with us once again Tommy from Dixieland of the Proletariat. Excuse me. How's it going, Tommy?
pretty good. How are you, man?
Man, I'm just not that great, but that's my own fault. Got a little too happy last night. Got in a little argument.
Oh, about what? What happened?
With the Trump person. So.
Oh, online or in real life?
Oh no, real life.
Oh, where at?
I went to a bar. It's one of those craft beer joints. I instigated it because he was being low key racist, and I got mad.
What is low key racist?
I don't know. You know how they are. You know how they say shit, and it's just I was just forget it.
No, you got to tell the
I don't
story.
even remember.
I want to know how you fucked this guy up. How you took him outside and showed him what communism looks like.
I was like, "You're a Trump supporter, right?" Because I had heard him talking about some shit. He's like, "You're being kind of confrontational." I'm not. I'm just asking a question. Are you a Trump? And he starts going on about immigration and shit. Oh, I'm like, oh, you mean how we came over here and fucking robbed the Native Americans and shit, and kind of like that. And then I was like, okay, never mind. I'm leaving. I didn't want to start no shit. So it was a brief thing, but man, I'm telling you, man, I'm losing. I'm going to be one of those people. I'm going to be on the news. It's not going to be pretty.
So was the guy drinking a seltzer or IPA?
Nah, he was actually the guy who owned the place. So I won't be going back there. It was a little place, Are you just doing that on purpose, Tommy?
Doing what? What am I doing?
Blowing smoke all up in the shit.
I'm vaping. I mean, that's
you
what I do.
Blowing smoke all up in the camera and shit. Though.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get
creating atmosphere. It's like it's Halloween, right? It's time.
Yeah, spooky time.
Get in the mood.
I was giving your story some little essence there, some backdrop.
So yeah, fuck it, whatever. I did something stupid, drank too much, and that's just par for the course.
I don't think that's ever stupid. That's always a good idea.
Yeah. So, Tommy, first of all, you've been on here once before by yourself, and then once with the whole podcast.
Yes.
I believe. Yes. Why don't you just briefly, I know you told us before, but
Sure.
You have to do the obligatory, what is your podcast?
Oh, our podcast is about one black guy, me, who tries to tell 3 other white people that, and 1 Native American. It's me and the Native American, really. Me and Kaiser. We try to tell Nelson and Tyler not to be racist and how they can go about their lives not being racist. That's generally what it's about.
How's that working out?
Not good. They're still racist. Not good.
But you're coming out of Alabama, right?
Yeah.
So we're in Alabama.
Montgomery, the capital city. Woo!
Okay. Yeah, we usually head through there, heading toward like Panama
a real
City.
destination.
I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah. This is where you come to go to somewhere else. So this is a pit stop.
Yeah, there's nothing, and I've told them this before, but I used to live in Montgomery years ago, and it doesn't look like it's changed that much. It still looks like a post-apocalyptic wasteland. So I mean, there's nothing.
It is most definitely. It's the best song.
They have that new museum down there, the Slavery Museum or whatever it is, and they got that sculpture. I can't remember what the name it is that they opened not too long ago. I can't remember I was going to go there a couple of years ago, but something came up. But I need to come back down there. There is a couple of things down there I wanted to see, but other than that, I was going to come down there and harass y'all for
you need
for a
to
while and see how racist they are in person.
It's really not that bad. I mean, racism exists, but compared to a lot of northern and blue states, it's I don't know. I think people are so closely knit down here, like in the way that like it's hard to go about your day without seeing a black person or a white person. Like there's a lot of intermingling, there's a lot of interactions, and I think that does deal with a lot of overt racism. Whereas people in northern states where there's not a high percentage of black people, their only perception of black people comes from television and media.
Well, when did you initially start the show?
What show?
Your show.
I'm just
Dixieland.
kidding. It's
the best show.
The show. Shit. The show started about a year ago, almost 2 years now. I came on around the third episode, which was, or third or fourth episode, I don't remember, which was right when COVID started. Like I did one episode in an actual studio, and then, COVID happened, and then we started doing it over Zoom, and been doing it ever since. But I think it'll be coming up on 2 years in about a full year in about December, I think. Yeah. No, that would be 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. It's wild. It's been a long time.
And do you get together? Are you getting together now to do your show, or is it still like sticking with the Zoom?
No, we're sticking with Zoom because Kaiza, she's in London, and we can't really meet up for that. That would be kind of hard.
Road trip show sounds good. We're in.
We want to go. We know a couple of people in Florida. We want to go see, and we're definitely trying to make a Euro trip sometime in the future, whenever we can save enough money to do that.
If they start letting Americans in, I don't know.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like there was a time it like opened up, then closed up, and yeah, it's been a fun time.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they let us back in? I'm not even sure now because we're not letting people in without them being vaccinated.
It depends on the country, I think.
But I'm not sure if. I think they are. I don't know. I wouldn't let us in, honestly. Shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. England with their Brexit probably would be like, hey, unvaccinated people are welcome and vaccinated people aren't. Maybe they'll do the opposite.
Who the fuck knows?
Since it's going really well.
Yeah.
So
Tommy, what do you do? Do you do anything, or you just sit around and get stoned all the time?
Like, do I have a job? Are you asking this black man if he's employed?
Yes.
I am. Well. I'm gainfully employed, actually. Yeah, I know. Whew. Yeah. Yeah. I won't say specifically where, but like I do marketing management for a trademark company. So
now, see, that's cool shit because I actually took marketing, and that seemed like some fun shit to me.
Oh man, I totally bullshitted my way into this job. Like they were having some problems or whatever, and I was like, hey man, let me do this. Hire me to do this. You should totally let me do this. And he was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
That is pretty fucking crazy, man. Some people do that shit. They just sneak right into shit, and it's not because fucking there's a lot of people, there's incompetent ass people. Not to say you're incompetent, but they're incompetent ass people who, I mean, get into shit all the time, just bluff their way into shit.
Oh yeah, like I zeroed out on everything else and maxed out on charisma, so I just get through life with bullshit, and that's how I've done it so far. I don't know shit, can't do shit, but I can bluff it.
Seems like you might be the perfect podcaster, really.
I can
seems like the most popular podcasters are the ones who just talk shit and don't care if it's true or not. And sometimes are like, great, it's not true. Oh, all right.
No, I definitely care if it's true. I don't want to spout lies.
I mean, I guess you won't be ending up in a compound like Tim Pool or something like that.
No. I won't make the grift train with Crowder and Pool. No.
Oh God, the grift train. Yeah, the grift train's getting pretty long.
It is.
I saw. Now, I wanted to bring this up right quick, only because you had mentioned it to me, or I'd seen it, heard about it in your last show, or the show before that. But about I don't remember. You had her on, and I can't remember her name. I apologize, but she was talking to damn it. Why is the debate she had with the guy,
Professor Flowers.
Yeah, Professor. Jesus, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
And
I know. Just another minority. I mean,
oh, Jesus. Sorry. Yeah, that's it. Right. Who was that she was talking to? For some reason, I can't remember.
Oh, Vosh.
Yeah, Vosh. And I watched part of that as much as I could, really.
Oh, did you actually go back and try and watch that?
I had nothing. I was like, I can't. I like to hate watch.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I do the same thing. I just want to know, because you actually watched it, like what were your thoughts on it?
For one thing, I don't know much about Vosh. Zach, I think you know a little something about Vosh. I don't really know much about him.
Not a ton. It's like anytime you find out about somebody who's supposedly on the left, it's like 10 seconds later, it's like, oh, here's the problematic parts. But I've just seen, like, I know he did a debate with, who was it? Charlie Kirk he debated, and like Tim Pool moderated and like tried to pretend he's in the middle. And it's like, dude, why do you even try to pretend you're in the middle when you're obviously, when you always talk down? But it's like, I mean, I can't remember. It was a COVID debate, but what was the debate you were watching? What was the topic that he was debating?
Oh, it was about, it was supposed to be just a conversation, which is what we found out during the interview that we had. But it turned into a conversation about land back and how he was equating land back to becoming ethno states and white genocide and white deportation. And it was just bad. It was bad.
Well, maybe I didn't even really, I had heard the concept before, but I had never heard that actual term before.
Oh, land back?
Yeah. Can you kind of, because I'm not really exactly sure.
Yeah, it's basically the idea of the liberation of Black and Indigenous people, like, taking back the land that is rightfully ours. And where the confusion about white genocide or ethno states comes in is how we go about doing that. Now, what Professor Flowers was stating, and something I agree with, is that however it has to happen, it has to happen. Revolutionaries aren't peaceful. They're not. Revolutions are a fight, and it's going to be a fight. I mean, no one's going to just willingly say, oh, here you go, here's your land back. It's going to be a fight, and however we get opposed is however we'll have to retaliate.
Yeah, that's
it's that like concept that Martin Luther King did it the quote unquote right way. It's like he was disrupting people. There were all kinds of things happening, and at the time people hated him, and now it's some of the conservatives are like, no, he did it a good way because he wasn't violent. It's like, well, violence happened, and you have to disrupt for anything to change. And it's like people are the critical race theory trying to kind of erase history. It's like you can't even talk about these things now, and it's like, who's stopping you from talking about it? Oh, it's the legislatures.
But
I don't know how Alabama rates on that, but
it's not good.
Georgia's not great.
But it's not even about like no one wants to go out and commit genocide. It's not about that. It's why would you oppose that is the question, and those who do oppose that, will get dealt with.
Okay. I can see now. I mean, it does sound pretty fucking, oh wow. And some white guy like that, just the way I heard it though, he was coming into it knowing that's what he was going to do, right? You planned that shit out.
Right. Right.
So I mean, it's not like he was coming in good faith or whatever, right?
No.
Yeah. So the thing that guys like that, for one thing, I would never personally fuck with. There's no, they're looking for somebody to fuck with, right? So to me, unless you're coming in there prepared to the hilt to fuck with him in a certain way, you're just wasting your time.
Yeah.
And that shit went on for 3 hours. I'm like, it could have been over in half an hour
I was gonna say no. I agree with you, and that's part of the issue that I have with debate culture in general, because you can't really have an honest debate with somebody like Vosh, because it's not an honest debate. It's just semantics and it's just bullshit, and it doesn't go anywhere. And debates don't change any sides. Like, people are just more planted in the positions that they originally had anyway. Like, I just think the whole debate bro culture just is not helpful to anybody. It's just a ego booster for both sides. Like, both sides can come away from an argument and post on the internet like, oh, I own this person and I own this person, and none of you have done anything.
Yeah, it does remind me of something that came up last week when Dan Arrow was talking about like Seth Andrews, and one of the disagreements they had was like, no, you can debate about anything. Like, if a person says a trans person isn't who they say they are, then you can debate that, or you can debate somebody's existence. And it's like, I don't think you can do that. And it seemed like Vosh maybe has done too many debates where like he's been taking on the disingenuous conservatives who go to colleges and crush the college student with their logic, the Steven Crowder thing that changed my mind.
Yeah.
And so he's playing that game, and then it's like, yeah, it kind of backfires, because it's like, oh yeah, we cleared all the homeless people out so we could build a condo and now you live there. And it's like, well, maybe we should give this land back to the people who initially had it, and the people who are in the condo would probably be pissed about it at the same time. It's like, well, you did, people did get kicked out of their land, their Trail of Tears, and then like, oh crap, we sent them to Oklahoma, there's nothing there. Oh, there's oil. Oh, wait a second. It's like, it just keeps being worse and worse, and then it becomes this, he's just playing it up for clicks or something. And I don't know, just any YouTube video is 3 hours, just like, my gosh.
Yeah.
Why? What can you talk about for 3 hours? The only thing that can last 3 hours is a Dune movie, right, Chris? I think that's acceptable.
Oh, that's a good. I like that. That's a good segue there. No,
I don't know what's more painful though.
You know what? Okay, so we done. You done fucked up.
You two going to opening night together? Is that what happened?
You done fucked up.
No. Okay, so there's this long gag that I don't know how it started, but Chris kept posting about Dune. He couldn't wait for it to come out. How much he loved it. Like, such a weirdo. And so I just decided to shit talk Chris, and on every post I've been posting bad things about Dune in the most elaborate ways possible. And Chris hates me, and that's okay. I get it.
No, he just out of nowhere, and just got nothing to do with the post at all.
Yeah.
He just fucking throws Dune in there randomly. I'm like, okay, calm down there. You're very clever, Tommy. Very clever.
I try to be.
Yeah. So Dune's gonna rock. Before we get anything, it's already.
I want to see it. I want to see it. I'm going to. It's on HBO Max, so.
No, you can't see that on TV first. You gotta see that shit in IMAX. There's no way in hell. I mean, I think it's shitty that they're releasing actually at the same time. They should have at least waited a while.
Nah,
I mean,
Chris, you're gonna end up in a movie theater with a bunch of Trump supporters, and you're gonna get kicked out. So
I know, right?
You wearing your mask. You know what happens. You read the book 15 times. You know the plot. It's only the first half of the book too, right?
Yeah, it's only the first half.
Oh, so is this gonna be like a sequel?
Yeah, well, at first they're like waiting for the receipts to come in the box office to see how well it does, but it's already doing well overseas. So I'm hopeful that there will be a sequel. And of course, the people who are hating on it are all the ones who don't know what the fuck the book's about anyway.
Well, it sucks for any movie that comes out during this time because of COVID numbers just have not been doing well for like even like good movies. Candyman, I don't think that even made back its money yet. Like it's just a bad time for movies.
Well, Dune got lucky because it was pretty smart marketing strategy. They released everywhere else before here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I mean, they played. It wasn't I think it was one of those festivals in Europe. Those film festivals in Europe, and that got good buzz there, and then so they just started playing off that in the European market, and even China. I think they went to China, and like Saudi or Dubai or some shit. I don't remember, but
some shit.
One of them Middle Eastern countries. Them foreigners. We'll see, man. I'm looking forward to it. The only thing I'm not looking forward to is dumbass vaxxers. I'd hope maybe anti-vaxxers. I was hoping maybe they would make it where you would have to have proof of vaccination before you went in the theater, but I'm not seeing that happen.
Oh no, they don't care.
Well, what state you live in? Tennessee, right? So yeah, I just went to a football game with 68,000 people, and they were like, "Yeah, you don't have to show anything."
Well,
show
Bridgestone Arena is making them do it, which is where the Predators play. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then somebody want to talk shit, or they're not getting my business, and I'm like, "Oh, Karen, I'm sure they're fucking devastated that they're not going to get your fucking business, Fucking jackasses." So. Like it's like one of the best arenas it's in the country for concerts and shit. So I mean, you're not going to lose that much money. You'll be fine.
Speaking of dumbass vaxxers, I don't know if you saw the New York Times report on they did the vaccination COVID deaths by states and grouped them by blue states or red states, and red states are just dropping like flies. It's bad. It's real bad.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, it's obvious to us, but like it's on paper
like
now.
Bad strategy.
Yeah, you're killing off your vote. I don't know if it's enough to make a difference, but
I mean, you can tell it's like the high level like YouTubers and the people in like Fox. They're vaccinated. They've taken care of themselves. But then there are these conservative like radio hosts who have been around for years and they're dying. It's like these people actually believe it. So it's like it just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you say, but it's like, I'd like to be able to kind of move around more freely. I mean, I'm still wearing masks when I go just about everywhere, but it's it's like things haven't really changed much.
Yeah, I honestly don't think it's gonna get any better until we just start strapping motherfuckers to chairs and just force them to get the vaccine,
or they die off first,
or they die off. Yeah,
well, I mean, the mandates are working. I think I was trying to remember what company it was, like Tyson or something. They had 50% vaccinated, and then they told people in August that they all had to get vaccinated, and they're up to 91%.
Good.
And it was like North Carolina, they were making all the healthcare workers do it. And the big story was like 175 healthcare workers are fired. But then the story's like, well, 35,000 people did get vaccinated. So it's this weird game of math. And since most people suck at math, they're like, it's that always seems to come off on the side that makes vaccines bad. But it's like, you have to kind of force people, especially in the U.S. It's like,
you do.
My freedom. I mean, how far away from where you are was the Trump rally? Because he seems to just be going to these middle and nowhere towns. Like he came to Perry, Georgia. I still don't know where that is. It's in the state, but I don't know where.
Yeah, I forgot the county he was in. I think it started with the C. I don't remember, but I know it's about 2 hours away, 2 or 3 hours away. But yeah, where he got booed. Coleman, I think Coleman, Alabama.
Oh yeah, he did get booed because he said he took the virus. It's like it's a weird thing because like he was trying to take credit for it, but he was also trying to say it was a bad thing. And then it was like, oh well, China created it, but it's not really a thing. But it was definitely created in the lab, but it's still not really a thing.
No,
I don't know how it just keeps straddling. And I don't know.
What do you say if you get if Trump gets booed at his own fucking rally, man?
In Alabama.
You done lost control.
Yeah, you lost the plot. It's gone.
He can keep trying all he fucking wants, man. But I don't. Keep saying he's gonna run again, but I think the magic is gone, man. Or at least it's enough gone that he wouldn't get the votes.
Yeah, I think he'll definitely run again, but I don't think he'll. I don't know. Fuck.
Maybe
really
we
don't
shouldn't
know.
say that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, he's gonna at least pretend to run because he can't make money any other way. Like,
no.
Is it his hotel in? I think it's DC, the one they like forced everybody to go to when he was president.
Yeah.
I think it's going out of business because no one's going there.
No
anymore.
one's there. Yeah.
I mean, all he did was everything he did as president was to make money, and he still failed at that, which is crazy.
Yeah.
He's like, sure, give Saudi Arabia nuclear technology. Yeah, it's all good. It's like, oh boy, yeah.
Oh man.
Trump, I haven't seen him here in a while, which is not to say he wouldn't, but I just don't remember him having a rally here. Of course, then again, if he's going out in the middle of fucking nowhere, maybe I wouldn't even fucking know anyway, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't even, I mean, he's not on Twitter, he's not on Facebook anymore, and it's just blissful ignorance, right? So I like, I know he's there, all right, I know he is. He's out there like a big turd just floating, you know. But he's there, and I get that. But it's nice not to hear about him every 5 fucking, or see his fucking orange ass running off at the mouth.
Oh man, I miss it. I miss.
Oh, do you now? Oh, do you?
I do. I mean, yeah. It's not every day you get to see like, well, it was every day. Every day for 4 years, we got to see an old man just drunkenly rant about just go on just racist diatribes, and it was great. I loved it. It was magical. They don't make TV like that anymore.
Yeah, you get it. It's like you see the truth. Like people try to hide, and then people are trying to pretend to be like him. Like all these Ivy. Well, technically, Trump did graduate from an Ivy League school, but come on. But you know, people like DeSantis trying to act like him, and no one can do it because that's just who he is. Even though he is playing a character, it's like he's been doing it for so long. It's like an actor who's been doing a role forever, and it's just no one can do what he does, and no one can get the crowd. And I don't understand the whole why people, because he's the elite of the elite. People are like, oh, he's one of us, and it's like, what are you talking? I mean, he's broke. Like people, that's still just I just wish there could have been an alternate universe where he just thought he was president, and then he used that to like pay off his debts, like just playing as president. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna nuke somebody, haha," you know, and that didn't work out. But yeah, it's almost sad.
I don't know. All we can do right now
is hold on to 2024. Oh yeah, we're making fun of Biden.
I mean, but you know,
that's low hanging fruit.
Yeah, but people want to talk about him being fucking senile and shit. I'm like, have you heard Trump? Did you listen to him for the last 4 fucking years?
Yeah, it's so funny. The Trump supporters that say that. I mean, like, come on. Biden can form sentences. They may not be coherent, but they're sentences with words that make sense together. They're not just shouting hyperboles like one after the other.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, you ever have that brief moment when he got elected? Like, okay, now I already knew he wasn't gonna do shit, but for a brief second,
you had hope, so a little bit of hope.
It's like, okay, all right, we got a guy in there, the minimum wage. Nope.
That's when I lost hope. I was like, okay, well, we're back to normal.
No forgiving student loan debt.
Yeah.
You know, and he wouldn't overrule the fucking, what's his name, the parliamentarian shit to get the reconciliation shit for. Okay, we're right back.
The minimum wage, it probably would have made sense like 10 years ago, $15.
Yeah, now it's like,
and they're like, well, we're gonna pass it, and it's gonna be like over the next 5 years. Like by the time it's $15, that's gonna be the equivalent of what $7 is now.
don't forget, it took, how long did it take for the stimulus to get passed? And it wasn't the amount people thought it was.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that was the first thing.
Yeah, the pre-giving up part. It's like that's the thing that makes me crazy about the Democrats. It's like initially they were talking about this infrastructure bill being like in the $6 billion range, and then they've already compromised down to 3.5. And when you hear about all this stuff, you're like, oh, there's actually some interesting stuff on there. And then it's like, oh, we're just gonna give it away because of two crappy senators from West Virginia and Arizona.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, so that's where we are. Okay.
It's so dumb.
So is there a way for it to work where there could be unification? As someone who doesn't believe in God, I get scared of like the extremist Islamists and the extremist Christians deciding to just get together to take everybody else out. What would it take to just get all the working class people to say, you know what? There are only a few people in charge, only a few rich people. If you don't start changing stuff, we're going to start pulling out guillotines or even worse. Because, by the way, a bunch of people in our country are armed too.
Yeah. I honestly don't think it's too far from now. I really don't. I definitely think we'll see something within the next 10 or 20 years, because conditions have only gotten exponentially worse. And especially if nothing is done about climate change, dear God, like I honestly believe within the next 10 years, because I don't think we'll do anything about climate change. I honestly don't see that happening. And I think we'll start to see severe conditions that lead to a lot of displaced Americans. And it's going, and the safety nets that we do have, our safety structure, the infrastructure that we do have for things like that is so shoddy and non-existent that the whole system is just going to collapse. I honestly believe that.
I mean, it was a few months ago. What was it, like an hour west of where you are, Chris? They had that crazy rainstorm that was like 20 inches of rain came down and like almost took out an entire city or a town.
Waverly.
Yeah.
And that's not going to be an unusual thing. I mean, that's going to be what used to be like 100-year floods are going to turn out to be like every fucking.
How many
year.
100-year hurricanes have we had in the past like 5 years?
Well, that hurricane came and hit New Orleans. Everybody's worried about New Orleans. It actually was pretty bad in like New York City.
Yeah.
Like it flooded all these
subways. It flooded the fucking subways.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. There's this thing where like I almost felt like in the last election, it was like Trump and Bernie are the extremists, and then the normal middle of the road people are like Hillary and then maybe Ted Cruz. It's like we should have just gone to those four, but it's like these are the opportunities where this outsider can win. And unfortunately, we had an outsider who's a total scam artist. Could have had an outsider like Bernie who at least would have tried to make things change.
Yeah.
It's like, can't we find a 45-year-old version of Bernie that more people like, that is, that didn't get blown out in South Carolina like, when Biden made that great comeback that depressed us all.
It's Jim Clyburn needs to die, just straight up. But it's just 100%.
Excuse me.
But I do believe this is the shitty thing about it is that it's not going to happen under a third party. The closest that we'll ever get is running a Democratic candidate like Bernie through the Democratic candidate process, and it's always going to get shit on by the Democrats. Always. It's just they're never going to allow it, because they profit just as much from the corrupt system as Republicans do. Nancy, look at their stock buybacks. If you look at the percentage of their success rate in the stock market versus everyone else, it is astronomically higher, which is insane. That is insider trading through and through, and no one's doing anything about it. But that's what they do. They make policies that better line their pockets, and they gatekeep. And anybody who's not trying to get down with that, you're gonna get primaried, or you're gonna get kicked out. You're gonna get ostracized. I mean, you don't think they're going to primary AOC every time they get a chance, or Rashida Tlaib, or all of them. Like and they're the same ones that whine about being primary. But every single time they're going to get a chance to primary AOC. They're going to every chance, even with the people are worried now because of the gerrymandering that they're doing. Redrawing district lines, and she has new districts and lost some old districts that it may not pan out for her the next go around. I mean, it's things like that have been used to systematically suppress any type of socialist change comes from the Democratic Party.
You're right. I mean, absolutely. I mean,
in a way, AOC, just because in the House they have so many seats, it's like, and it's every 2 years. Of course, she did beat somebody who had been in there for like 30 years, which she did win. So it's possible somebody else comes up, but it is kind of frustrating that anytime third party comes in, they like somehow steal the election for a Republican candidate.
Yeah.
I mean, Al Gore had it all kind of stolen from him, and they were just like, okay. And then Trump lost by way more than Hillary lost. I mean, dang, the Democrats could fight a little bit. There were a lot of non-Trump races that went Republican that were not going according to polls, and there were no Democrats saying, hey, maybe we should audit this. Not in a cheating way like the Republicans, although the whole thing with Arizona was just strange. We had this third party company that we had to do this audit, and they clearly didn't know what the hell they were doing, and they still gave Biden more votes. And it's like, yeah, of course. So and it's all taxpayer money, I'm sure. Like California, it's just like, yeah, sure, we have money to throw away, we're great.
And it would be so easy for the Democratic Party to win, because the studies show and polls show that the country stands to the left on a lot of issues like Medicare for all and gun control and ending college debt and raising the minimum wage. All they have to do is do it, but they don't care about that. They don't care about any of that. If they cared about winning, if they cared about taking over the House, if they cared about taking over the Senate and the presidency, they would do these things that would ensure their victory. And study and poll after poll shows that these ideas are very, very, very popular. Very popular. They just refuse to do these things. It's just about money.
There's so many easy wins.
Yeah.
It's like the last election, you're like, did you guys see what happened with Hillary? They're like, well, we'll just have Hillary, except we'll have a white guy instead. Yeah. In Biden. Like, I think if Biden ran 2016, he probably
Biden would have lost.
But it would have been...
No. The only reason Biden lost was because of COVID. 100%.
That's true. I mean, it was like the Democrats did everything to blow it.
Yeah.
If Trump didn't just do everything because he's so terrible, it's like, yeah, if he had just really, it almost was like if the vaccine came out a month earlier, he might have been able to slide by, because it was like, well, I killed 600,000 people, but I got this vaccine, which was already kind of in the works. It's just like, I can't remember which company didn't take any of the money and they did it, but they still took credit for it, which, why not? But yeah, Biden was kind of a limp attempt by the establishment to just go, okay, one more time. 78-year-old guy, is he really going to run in 2024? And are people that excited about Kamala Harris? I mean,
no, fuck no. She's more unpopular.
She's almost disappeared. Vice president to do that.
I know.
It's I'm surprised they haven't.
That's probably why they wanted what they wanted for her to disappear. I imagine. I mean, I don't see her running. I don't know, man, because there's a lot of people who have a lot of problems with her.
No, she would never. No. She's not even liked amongst black people. No. It's no.
Yeah, I've seen that, especially in the lefties don't seem to like her too much. Mostly because she was the attorney general and did all
cop. Come on.
Yeah, she was top cop. Cop Mala Harris.
Oh, I hadn't heard that one. That's a good one. Cop Mala Harris. Thank you. Kamala. Okay. But no, yeah. It's, yeah. What the fuck are we going to do next time? His ass will be...
Oh, they'll run Biden again and he'll lose. He's going to lose. Man, who the fuck? What did Biden do? What can you look back and say, oh man? I mean, but you can say that with any president, but that's what everybody's going to do. And Republicans are so effective at campaigning and negative campaigning, which Democrats refuse to do because they have this more upstanding about negative campaign ads, when Republicans just beat them over the head with fucking just fake bullshit ass like lies, just blatant lies, and they can get away with it, especially if it's done by a third party. Like, it's just dumb. It's dumb, and they just allow it.
Yeah, the narrative wins every time.
Yeah,
because all you can say is, well, you gave the stimulus, but it was less stimulus than was promised, and
yeah,
you know, he helped with COVID, and it's like, well, yeah, anyone semi-competent could have improved that situation. It's like, that's the problem. Is like the same thing happened when Obama got into power. It's like, oh, the Republicans screwed things up so much, and then the Democrats were kind of helping them, like, you know, some of this stuff the Republicans did, we kind of like, you know, oh, the whole separate people from their families at the border, immigrant stuff. Well, we might want to keep that. Like, they could really push to just blow out all these Trump judges and all the stuff that he passed. And even if they just pushed 4 years to get rid of all the stuff Trump did, then it's like, then 4 years later, they're going to somehow find somebody. I don't even know, like, who's going to lead their... Because the last time there was a poll, it was like DeSantis, and then it was like Trump Jr. I'm like, seriously, Trump Jr.? People are going to actually like follow this coked up dude wearing flannel all the time? It was like the two senators in Georgia. They were so obvious, like, rich people, and they're wearing flannel shirts and wearing their U.S. hats and looking so fake. And then people were like, yeah, we can't do this. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were so excited when the Democrats got the 50 in the Senate, and then they haven't really done anything with it. So the Republicans managed to get everything they wanted passed, and they managed to get that tax cut passed, and they're like, oh, we can't do this stuff because of these rules. It's like, we get around the rules all the time.
Because Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema are Republicans. Like, are Republicans. And where's your whip? Where is your whip? Where is Biden's guy? That was Biden's best friend, who's the whip right now. Like, that's your job. That is he is the worst fucking whip on the. That's your job. That's your only job, is to corral your party to one single issue, and you have yet to do that this entire time.
I don't think it matters anyway. Manchin's just playing. He's just trying to play like he's some sort of... He likes to be important. He likes to feel important.
He does.
Yeah, Manchin knows that if he were a Republican, he would be like 100 other people. And then he's a Democrat. He's like got so much power. And it's only to make him rich. It's like his family have like coal plants, and his daughter is like working for some pharmacy company, making tons of money.
But that's the thing. Like, they'll fight and talk shit and openly help campaign against people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Rashida Tlaib and the girl that just lost the Senate race, progressive black lady, Nina Turner. Yeah. Nina Turner. Wow. You'll spend all this money to campaign against them, but when it comes to people like Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema, you do nothing. You just allow it. They allow it. They allow this to happen. They don't give a shit, because they play that game. How much money does Joe Manchin get from these coal companies? How much money does Kristen Sinema get from whoever she's invested in?
She was openly having lobbyists just throw money at her. And they said she visited the White House like 3 times in a day, and they still like don't know what does she actually want. It's like they were gonna pass, what is it? They're adding like dental and Medicare. Vision to like Medicare. Like, old people vote, right?
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, it's funny, Medicare, like, oh, government sucks. It's like, oh, they passed that in the 60s, and it seems pretty darn popular, you know. Weird, government-controlled healthcare. Odd.
It is a miracle. Can you imagine trying to get Medicare now? Through the fucking Congress? That's... You say what you would about LBJ, man. He knew how to get shit done, you know. Whether you know, obviously it's problematic as fuck, but...
He definitely got shit done.
But he actually, you know, he knew how to talk to people. He knew how to really get people to do what the fuck he wanted. You know, we don't have anything.
Yeah, it's
anything.
It's amazing how hard and what an effort it was to get like Obamacare passed, and it was like such a compromise giveaway.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's been attacked constantly since it passed.
Yeah.
And they still, I mean, even though they get kicked out of the court how many times now, they still keep trying to do that shit. And they never have
keep chipping away at it, like chipping away at you know, abortion rights. Well, we can't make it illegal. Well, we make people have to travel. They have to wait 72 hours. They have to, you know, the people who work at the abortion clinics need to be able to go into like a surgery wing in a hospital, that kind of stuff. And then now they're just like, oh, we can really push. And it's hard, but there's like constantly going to be a struggle, you know?
They're going to fight and fight because they know it's a losing battle as far as white people are going to be a minority. So the closer they get, the harder they're going to fight. They're going to be like cornered rats, and it's going to get a lot worse. A lot worse. And I don't know if there's enough time for anything to get better before we melt from fucking climate change or whatever. Or, you know, COVID kills everybody. You know, I don't fucking know, man. It doesn't look good. I mean,
No.
Even if all the old people die, all the old fucking 100-year-old politicians, you should not be able to do that.
No.
Fucking Feinstein is literally, she's I don't know what the word is, but I've heard that people are saying she's not all there because she's old and like she doesn't, you know.
Majority of our representatives are over 70.
It's fucking insanity.
Yeah, it's too many. I mean, that was the worst part about the last election was like somehow the last two Democrats who managed to sneak through were like younger outsiders like Clinton and Obama, and they were younger. And then it was like, oh, we got Biden like 78 years old against Trump, who's like 74 and who should be dead. Somehow he survived.
Yeah,
dude's on diapers and snorting Adderall all the time. It's like, this is our guy. This is the sign of masculinity. Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Can't we get some younger blood that's actually gonna make people make differences? I don't know.
I mean, honestly, you could be 100 if your fucking progressive values are there. Then that's fine with me. I don't care. I just need somebody that's not a fucking leech.
Yeah.
So to get away from our fun political discussion, so Tom, if we came down to Montgomery, what would you do to like what can we do down there to have a good time? Like you probably have quality breweries, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, there's this place, the Alley, where we go. And I treat you guys to a nice bowl of crack. And
you with the crack? What's with you and the crack? You said this when I was on there last time.
I really think you should try it.
Okay.
It's what your town's known for.
Yeah, yeah, we're known for our quality crack. We don't cut it with anything but the finest.
The finest what?
The finest baking soda, Arm & Hammer only.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no,
it's not the generic stuff.
None of that great value shit. Fuck that. No baking powder. You use Arm & Hammer, motherfucker, and only Fiji water to mix it all together.
Fiji water. You know? Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't know about that stuff. You wouldn't know. No. I don't know. There's not shit to do here, man. We go drinking. That's what we would do. We would go to a bar.
We do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's not like I'm going to fucking. Who's the fuck wants to go with a Frist to some fucking museum?
Yeah, I know, right? Now the only
we got here.
I think we have one brewery here, but most of them are in Birmingham. Birmingham has all the breweries.
Breweries.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have much. We just have a bunch of gentrification and a bunch of white people all gathered together and go to their little. That's a good thing about, I guess, if you want to say it's good. It's more breweries.
Segregation.
Well,
it's so weird, man. That's fucked up.
Keep
all right, Joe Biden.
Oh shit. I only say because it's got breweries. I'd give away the breweries. There's too many.
Cut the malarkey there, buddy.
Yeah, cut it. Cut it out, Jack.
Watch out. Corn Pop's going to come after
you. Oh, God, I hate it so much. Trust me, I hate it.
It's so connected with the people. It's awesome where we are. This is not the worst timeline. Not even close.
Well, it could be worse.
Could it?
It could be Trump.
Trump could be president.
I mean, there could be a Dune.
But would it be worse though? I don't think it would be exactly the same with no infrastructure bill. Maybe that would be it. No, seriously, what would be the difference?
That's a good point.
People wouldn't be mad about Afghanistan. That would be the only thing. Yeah.
That's a mess.
Yeah, they've been. Well, I don't know. It's like the withdrawal would have happened, but
but people wouldn't.
I feel like
only mad because
I feel like
Trump
the guy who left the country with like $200 million in cash, like he probably promised like half of that to Trump somehow. I mean, Trump was just like the dude, the bad guy in like Lethal Weapon 2, the South African guy
yes.
with the giant thing of I can do whatever I want, and it's like, well, it's kind of true actually. He had immunity. Everybody proved that was the case.
Oh, shit, this is so depressing. Jesus. So, is there anything, any positive developments, anything that that we can look forward to, other than the bowl of crack?
That's why I play video games, because there isn't anything positive to look forward to other than the next video game. So.
Well, that's right. You're a gamer. I don't know nothing about that. I just watch Netflix and shit all the time.
And bad movies like Dune.
Oh. Well, the first one.
Who? All right. Who is Dune?
It's not. You're just trying. Who is? What is it like?
I mean, it's called Dune. Who is it?
It's the name of the planet.
Which one of the guys? Which one of the guys on the cover is called Dune?
It's not like Jethro Tull, okay? Like who's Jethro Tull? He's not a guy, man. He's just fucking. It's the name of the planet, aka Arrakis. You know this. Why are you doing this to me?
I really don't. I've never seen the movie.
Have you read the book though?
No, I don't read. I'm black, man. Come on.
So every time you see Chris, just refer to him as Mr. Dune.
Mr. Dune. Yes.
Mr. Dune, can I have some spice, please?
What's it about? Without spoiling it. Don't spoil it. Because if you spoil it. I do. I want to know. I want to know about how the rebels fight the clone people.
Empire. Yeah,
the Empire.
So I don't know if you deserve to know, really, because you're just being kind of a dick. To be honest with you.
I don't know. I heard it was like Star Wars. That's the only thing that.
No, sir.
Well, and we'll explain it. We'll explain it to me.
Star Wars is shit compared to Dune. Dune is dense. There's a lot of socio-political shit going on, man. It's like you got ecological messaging. You got why the messianic complex, like one fucking guy, like Trump, for example, fucks everything up, and one guy gets in charge, shit goes fucked up or whatever. And spice, of course, is like oil, the one thing that runs the whole universe or whatever. It's it's kind of an allegory for that, And
it's called spice.
Yeah, well, it's called melange.
Oh boy!
But everybody calls it the spice or whatever.
It's all about white guys getting high, basically. That's what it's all about.
So where did the midichlorians come in?
God damn it! See, this is why.
What color lightsaber does the guy have?
Yeah,
is it the purple? I like the purple one.
Yeah, what lightsaber does Dune have?
With this Dune.
The one that goes right up your ass, motherfucker. How about that one? That's the one it is.
Is it the third movie that he meets Yoda, or is the second one?
Yeah.
Come on.
Keep fucking around. We gonna see when it comes out. I'm gonna sit in the theater.
It's got a lot of good people in it. I really want to see it. So
I guess it depends if you like sci-fi or it's not even that much sci-fi really.
If it's got good acting in it, I'll watch it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they got good actors in there.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, okay. Watch it. I may hate the story. I'll talk shit about it.
You don't even know what the fuck this. No, you see, even if you like the story, you're gonna lie and say you hated it just to fuck with me.
Of course. Why would I do anything otherwise?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna be honest with you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fucking cracker, ain't
talking. The thing is, there's 3 whole weeks till this comes out, so it's gonna be a rough time for you.
Ooh.
No, well, yes, but I'm still the ticket sales. I'm waiting for the pre-sale, and I don't know when it's going to happen. I wish I knew ahead of time so I could go ahead and be ready.
I mean,
right?
HBO Max.
I do kind of want to almost pay for the 2 to watch it together and just see the questions that are asked during that. It's like, where's the Emperor?
Oh, we should.
Is he gonna shoot lightning at the guy?
Actually,
when's that gonna happen? That was cool.
I can set that up.
Or Ewoks. Where are the Ewoks? Please let there be Ewoks.
I can set that up, Chris. Let's do it. Jesus. I'll let you watch it first in IMAX, and then I can let us stream it on Hobo Max, and we can.
Hobo Max. I like that. Okay, all right, I'm down with that. All you're gonna do is talk shit for fucking 3. It's not even 3. It's 2
I'm really interested in the movie. But I am going to have some questions.
I bet you are. You're going to keep asking about where the fucking Emperor, and like you said, fucking,
Yeah, is
this Tatooine? What the fuck's happening?
Does he know she's his sister? Anyway, yeah.
Oh, man. Are there any phasers? All right. Are there any cool fights? Like, are there swords and stuff? Like, what kind of weaponry do they use? Is it like steampunk? Yeah. They have lightsabers.
There's not lightsabers, but it's laser guns mostly, and then there's also they do have daggers and shit.
Okay, there's gonna be a lot of murder and sabotage and.
There's gonna be some murder going on. Yeah, a lot of that.
So it's like Star Wars meets Game of Thrones.
And there's the whitest name of a character ever, Duncan, Idaho. I like that one. It's one of my favorites.
Is that a real character?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know where the fucking that name came from. It's kind of stupid.
It's Dune. That's Dune. Duncan, Dune.
Mm-hmm.
Duncan, Idaho.
I'm with him there.
Yeah.
You're reaching
I get
on that one.
I get it.
You're reaching. We'll see, man. I don't know. I do want to hear. Fuck you. And actually, the guy who played, what's his name?
That guy.
What's his name?
Jason Momoa. He played the Khaleesi, the husband of Khaleesi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is he in the? Is he Dune?
Yeah, he's not Dune. Shut the fuck up. There's not some guy named Dune at the end of the movie, like that Wizard of Oz or some shit. Okay,
Dune's like the palest white guy, by the way. Even paler than Kyle MacLachlan or whatever in the original. It's what's it? Tim whatever. This little skinny guy. He can't beat anybody up. He doesn't have a beard anyway, so he can't be cool.
Yeah, right? Fuck that. We're not going to even remember.
See, that's the thing. Chris can have a sense of humor, but if you talk about IPAs or you talk shit about Dune, he's going to cut somebody.
Oh, dude, that's what we should do. Watch Dune and drink delicious IPAs. I'll send you some.
Oh, no. This pro IPA show?
It is. I don't know any other beer other than IPA.
So go. It's stout season. It's getting colder. So get you a brown beer. What? Go get you a match. No, darker beer.
No. Good beer.
Oh, So you're saying a darker beer can't be good, Tommy?
Huh. Yes, I am. I'm saying that.
Wow.
Get rid of all that dark shit.
Really? Okay.
That darky nonsense. Mm-mm.
We're all about the dark nonsense.
Stouts are so gross. I don't know how you all do it.
Probably the ones that he drinks, the ones that are actually more bitter than IPAs. Yeah, those are pretty bad.
No, I tried.
It's
tried stouts. They're just not good.
I'm actually fine with IPA people because then that means they're gonna drink the stuff I like. It's all good.
More stuff for me, right?
You're gonna have there are plenty of IPAs you're gonna find. Yeah.
God, it's just insane. It's just no.
What?
I have 2 or 3, but not 15 in one place. That's insane, man.
No,
that's other types of beer.
No, that's what people drink. They don't drink.
It's because they
were
told
syrup.
to drink it. Nobody drinks it because they want to drink it. It's because it's fucking cool.
I'll drink it all day.
Or you can't find it anywhere else. You find anything else. You can get you a Pilsner, get you a Kolsch, get you a goddamn Doppelbock. Lord have mercy, you can get literally anything else except for an IPA. Hell, I almost rather, and I. Ooh,
well, wait a second. I can't wait for this.
I'd almost rather drink Miller Lite than a fucking IPA.
Miller
At least
Lite.
That's what I said.
Miller Genuine Draft.
I said. I said what I said.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
At least it's inoffensive.
PBR is kind of
gross. Jesus.
I mean, it's water. It is water. It's water flavored beer. I get it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But
at least it's not fucking nasty ass just hops floating around in it. Basically, there's so much hop, it's oversaturated the water, and it's just floating at the top and shit.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's how you make beer.
I would think the beard would soak up the hops, but I understand it doesn't work that way.
So we'll do the movie, but you can drink your IPA and I'll drink my stout, and then we can comment on each other's beer as well.
Okay, cool.
Give it an extra layer. How about that?
All right. You tell me what you get, and then I'll get it, and then I'll tell you what I get, and you get it.
Okay. Well, that's fair. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. I can do that.
And we'll try each other's disgusting beer.
Drink an IPA. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Well, if I have to drink a stout, you got to drink an IPA.
All right. Fair is fair. I got you. We'll get that going. October 26th is when the movie comes out. I'll be going to see it the night before, probably midnight. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to be there.
Well, I don't care when I see it because it's just another old Star Wars movie.
Here we go. Okay.
It's just a reboot. Come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, is it a reboot? Because I know they did like some other Dunes before, like.
Yeah, there was the original was in the 80s, right? Wasn't that
That was David Lynch's garbage.
David Lynch, and the funny thing is, he was going to be. I think he had a chance to direct Return of the Jedi, and he picked Dune instead.
Good.
Okay.
At least it was that better than. Not that Return of the Jedi is great, but can you imagine his ass? No.
Those Ewoks would look a lot different. Just saying.
Oh, David Lynch is doing the new Dune?
No. He did the one in the 80s.
He did the first one. He did the 80s one, and Sci-Fi did a 2-parter, I think.
Oh, okay.
In the 90s and 2000s, and that wasn't. It was truer to the book, but it just wasn't very. They didn't have the budget to really do a great job with it.
Gotcha.
It's kind of boring, and this one is going to be the penultimate, and I like that word, the penultimate version of Dune.
So, do you want it to be exactly like the book, or do you want them to take liberties?
Well, you're not going to have a choice. They always take liberties, almost always. So I mean, it's like when Lord of the Rings, man, when that shit came out, I threw a fucking fit. I couldn't even watch it till 10 years later or whatever.
Wow, they had to cut out so much stuff.
No, they did not. They didn't. No, they did not. It's not that they cut shit out. It's that they fucking replaced shit that didn't need to be replaced. Wasn't no need for all that. The elves didn't go to Helm's Deep, motherfucker. Sauron and Saruman were not in league. Saruman was his own guy. Okay, I don't, and just don't get me started.
Nah, you're just talking nonsense now.
No, sir. Let me
I
tell you.
think you're getting that confused with Dune.
Uh-oh.
I'm not even. You know what? I'm not gonna. No, not even gonna dignify that with the response, Tommy. I'm not going to.
Okay. Bait not accepted.
Okay. Nope. Make it a stout. Maybe we can talk about some beer.
I can't wait. This is a great cultural exchange, beer exchange. I'm in.
Yeah. I tell you a movie I am excited to see. It's called The Lamb. It's an A24 movie. Looks brilliant. Looks so good.
A what movie?
An A24 movie. They make good movies.
What's A24?
They made Hereditary and Midsummer. And,
oh, that's right. We had this conversation. Okay.
And
I remember now. You
yeah,
and your fucking white ass fucking movies.
I don't know. I don't think they're white.
Midsummer.
I mean, that one just
dude. That
it takes place in Sweden, and Chidi was there.
Brightest white thing, and not just the people. It's just
it
the
is
whole
brilliant.
thing.
It is so good. HDR, Dolby Vision in its truest.
Yes,
it's so good, and the cinematography was just perfect. It was a beautifully made.
All right, well, beautifully made or not, it was a stupid fucking plot.
Okay. How? Whoa. It's about codependency. It was great.
All of a sudden, you care about plot,
I do.
Thematic elements, right? Okay, you can talk shit about Dune. Now I know what to talk shit about. Now, okay, I got you. I'm gonna go watch it again, so I can have like things to fuck with you on. You go watch Dune to fuck with me.
Okay.
I watch.
You're gonna watch Mid. Why are you hanging your hat on Mid? I don't even claim that to be one of the. Look, you need to watch. Anybody, if anybody's listening, you guys, I need you all to watch. It's my favorite movie so far. It's called In Fabric. You gotta watch it.
All right, we're gonna do In Fabric.
You gotta watch it.
All right,
let me know when you do. And yeah, it's so good. Soundtrack is just impeccable. Everything about that movie is just 10 out of 10.
Okay. We're gonna see what's up. All right, yeah. I got you. All right. Well, we've gone about the time we go in like y'all show, or you just don't shut up for 2 fucking hours or whatever. Fuck. Jesus.
God damn. All right. Shit. Jeez.
Don't judge Mr. Ramble.
Yeah,
I know. Invite you on the show, and then he's giving me crap. It's such perfect. Yeah.
Well, I was on his show. Their show the other day.
We had a good time. I told him to bring Zach on, but he was like, hell no. And I was like,
no, I just didn't.
I'm just kidding. I didn't even know of you.
He wants to be on his own, It's okay.
No, because it's
the beard to speak for itself.
Fucking Lyman's disappeared off of the wild blue yonder. Oh yeah, he's going and reporting people for anti-vax stuff. I'm like, that'll help. He's reporting anti-vax groups, and I'm like, why? What? Why? Let them fucking do it. What are you doing?
Having fun.
Let them kill each other off. What the fuck, bro? But he's all self-righteous and shit. Whatever. You do what you do. Whatever. Godspeed or whatever. We all have our. At least he's not doing crack, I guess, or something. We're making crack. Like
he's missing out. He's missing out on money and good times.
Well, he's actually got a life.
Oh, are you saying crack dealers don't have a life?
Well, they have a life. It's a hard life, really. It's a hard life. You're gonna get killed, or the 5-0 gonna come get your ass. Do we still say 5-0? I don't know.
No,
I don't think we say that. Pigs is of course my preferred terminology, but that's just me. All right, Tommy. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to smoking all that dope and watching your A24 movies. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I'll get back to my dope. Okay, I'll do that.
You kids and your smoking in tweeds.
Who calls it dope? Aren't you Gen Z? Millennial?
What the fuck? No, bro. I'm Gen X.
I'm just kidding.
Shit. I don't know if I'd want to be Gen Z right now anyway. I don't know. 35 was good. I'll take 35. I think would be a good age. That would put me millennial, yeah. 10 years. I'll take 10 years. That would be good. Anyway, go do your thing. But thanks for coming on, Tommy. Seriously.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I love this show. You guys
are going on.
We're going to have you again. And remember, to have stout ready.
Yeah.
We're going to get that going on.
Hey, I'll set it up. Easy.
All right.
Take
it easy, man.
I'm in for that. Beer exchange.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, well, we'll wrap things up between me and Zach.
I would just say, I think to you want to go all the way with your beer exchange, have him drink a dragon's milk. Plus, it's probably available where he is, so it's all good.
Well, yeah.
But, something you would like that would
have to be something he could find and shit.
I don't know. Seems like there are a lot of similar breweries, so who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
He probably pretend to look for the stout and just get an IPA because that's available everywhere.
What the fuck is he doing? Okay, he's back in the green room smoking his dope. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Okay, he's got issues. All right, so thanks again, Zach, for coming on. We're gonna figure out how we can get your show downloaded right. And
yeah.
It's okay.
That's okay. We have some more audiences as it is.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, until next time, y'all take it easy now, okay?